So this is the full album review of Revolution Radio, a full page of notes. So I will try to skim through most of it, but some I will read word for word, and I will elaborate on the aspects of this album that I liked and disliked. So let us get started. Early on in the album, I was intrigued that Billie Joe attempted to implement new songwriting styles here and there, specifically in Somewhere Now. You know, when Somewhere Now started with the acoustic thing that sounded exactly like Before the Lobotomy, I was like immediately uninterested, and I was like, I don't even want to listen to this album, and it's only 3 seconds in, and then BAM! Fucking hit you like a fucking ton of bricks. The full band comes in, and I'm like, that woke me the fuck up. And then, I was with Bang Bang and Revolution Radio, I'm fairly sure, following this song, I would like, damn, this album could be actually fairly decent considering Uno, Dos, and Tres were complete shit. Complete shit. But anyway, I was like, damn, this album could be very good. Unfortunately, I was severely disappointed just because, anyone that has a vast knowledge of Green Day, going back to 139 Smooth That Slappy Hours, I'm fairly sure it is called, to now, and anyone that can actually analyze music realizes that most of these songs are just rip-offs of songs they've already written. And they did they've been doing this for quite a while now, and I was, the first three songs, a lot of them sound similar to old songs, but still, I was like, I think they finally, found something that will work for them, and didn't end up that way. Just a lot of these songs are just like a little bit of this song, a little bit of that song, and let's throw in Murder City, right in the middle of the song. That's just hypothetical, but honestly, that is exactly, you can't tell me I am wrong. Everyone knows they're just using old songs of theirs and putting it all together because they've run out of ideas. And honestly, the only solution I would say to this is, make a stylistic change, just as they did between the album Warning and American Idiot. That, once again, you cannot argue that wasn't a monumental step for Green Day. As it was, they stepped back into the mainstream media, and I think, not saying they need to do that, but I definitely think they need to make a monumental step more towards punk, where, they throw out all the poppy bullshit, or they go all the way to pop, rock, or whatever you want to call it, and leave all their punk influence behind, which I would prefer they not do that, and I do not think Billie Joe would ever agree to do that. But I don't know, Billie Joe's done some weird ass shit the past couple of years, but yeah, I mean, just make a stylistic change, and I'm sure a lot of that could be resolved. Honestly, it just seems as if they are stuck in the past. They, what has worked for them for so long is now no longer working for them in my eyes. And it's like, lyrically, with songs like Youngblood, trying to throw it back, acting like, he's a 16-year-old kid when he's not. And it's like, grow the fuck up a bit, I could write better lyrics than that when I was fucking 12 years old. And, I don't know, I think they honestly need to evolve again, please. Songs like Say Goodbye, Somewhere Now, Still Breathing, and Troubled Times really capture the great lyrics, but then again, shit like Youngblood destroy what they accomplished on this album with lyrics like, she's a loner, not a stoner. That really pissed me the fuck off. I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? You did all these great songs, like I said, Somewhere Now, Bang Bang, which I still do not really care for, but lyrically it is good. It really, it's about, shooters and how they're treated like celebrities, school shooters and everything. And, Revolution Radio, like I said, Still Breathing, Say Goodbye, Troubled Times, Great songs, and then you ruin it with this shit. And that's what it is, shit. Youngblood is honestly the shittiest Green Day song, and I'm going to say it, the shittiest Green Day song I've ever heard, because the lyrics suck so bad. So bad. Listen to this. I'm a rough boy round the edges, getting drunk and falling into hedges. What does that mean? What does that mean? And honestly, it's one song can ruin the whole album for me. And it may just be me, and I'm fairly sure it is just me. But holy shit, that song sucks. Anyway, and like I said, I was writing better lyrics than that when I was much younger than I am now. Another complaint I have is that the songs are supposed to focus on revolution, hence the name Revolution Radio. And although the album is primarily about these problems, like I said, they've got the songs that make, have no relevance to a revolution at all. And if it is, it's so buried in bullshit lyrics that you cannot understand what it even means. But that is just Billie Joe's style of writing. And I know the perfect album such as, I think American Idiot is the perfect album. But honestly, I'm not looking for another American Idiot. I'm not looking forward for another Dookie. I'm not looking for another 21st Century Breakdown. I'm looking for a brand new album Green Day has to bring to the table. I'm looking for something original that they have not done, and they've done some of that on this record, to be fair. But I was expecting the whole record, maybe one or two songs being shit, but primarily this record being a breath of fresh air. I will say it again, I will say it over and over again, the trilogy album, the 3 albums, everyone knows they weren't all shit. Uno was fairly decent, but Dos and Trey were just shit. Everyone knows it. It was, I hear it over and over again, it was an experiment. They had 4 years to write this new album. And I really thought they would do something better than what they did with it, honestly. Like I said, they probably will never write another American Idiot ever again. And I don't want another American Idiot. I do not want another Dookie. Like, I can say this over and over again. I am not looking for a nostalgic trip. I'm not looking for, holy shit, this is just as good as this. No, I'm looking for them bettering themselves and evolving and growing. And it just does not happen. They stay in the same rut. They rewrite same songs over and over again, splice them together. They write shit lyrics. And it's like, why do I even want to try for Green Day anymore? And that is the most, that honestly hurts me a lot more than it sounds, as Green Day was one of my favorite bands ever. Billie Joe fucking influenced me so much, and now I can barely listen to them without having to fucking turn it off in disgust. I would just say this album hurt me. I was expecting so much more out of them. It's not like they had 2 years, little less, a year and 6 months to do this. They had 4 fucking years to write a good fucking album. This sounds like they just threw it together because they had nothing else to put it together. If you have nothing else, don't put anything out. Honestly, if I could describe this album in one sentence, it's a shit version of 21st Century Breakdown. That is exactly how I feel. This album disappointed me on so many levels, and I'm done. If you enjoyed, which I'm sure no one did because I shat on this album so hard, I don't know. I didn't like it. I'm sure everyone hates me now. I do not care. I gave this album a 4 out of 10. That's how bad it was.